Let's look at the top 10 richest female singers in the world. Make sure you stay until the very end to see the only singer on this list that has a net worth of over $1 billion. If you're new to the channel and you want to see the luxurious life that the 1% live in, subscribe and click the bell icon, that way you never miss a video. Number 10. Jennifer Lopez, $400 million. To kick off our list, we have Jennifer Lopez with a net worth of $400 million. The 52-year-old has had an incredible career, which includes time spent as a dancer, actor, and of course singer. J-Lo's portrayal of a veteran stripper in her film Hustlers gave her highest opening weekend at the box office for a live-action film with $33.2 million. In May 2015, she signed up to do a residency in Vegas at Planet Hollywood's Zappos Theater. In the 3 years she was there, she performed 120 shows and grossed $100 million in ticket sales. J-Lo has a passion for swanky houses. Recently, she splashed out $55 million on a Bel Air mansion for her and Ben Affleck. She actually owns another home just down the road that cost her $28 million. The new house features 10 bedrooms and 17 bathrooms in nearly 20,000 square feet of living space. The 3-floored home has a movie theater, wine cellar, and a wood-paneled office, along with an upstairs master retreat boasting dual closets and a bathroom finished in a particularly glamorous form of marble. Nothing but the best for the queen of real estate. Number 9. Taylor Swift with $400 million. It should be no surprise that the current queen of pop, Taylor Swift, is featured on this list. The American singer-songwriter might have a net worth of only $400 million, but you can expect that to skyrocket in the coming years. On years when Taylor is on tour, she can bring in well over $150 million. The 32-year-old has received 23 American Music Awards, 10 Grammy Awards, and 23 Billboard Music Awards during her short career. Between 2009 and 2018, Taylor embarked on 5 world tours that grossed a total of $943 million. Between June 2018 and 2019, Taylor earned $185 million from her empire, thanks largely to her Reputation Stadium tour, which grossed $266 million. She might only make 9th on this list at the moment, but don't be surprised if in a few years' time she breaks the $1 billion mark. Number 8. Shania Twain with $400 million. This Canadian singer-songwriter has had an incredibly successful career, winning 5 Grammy Awards, 6 American Music Awards, and 8 Billboard Music Awards, and 27 BMI Songwriter Awards. She started singing in bars at the age of 8 to help her family pay the bills. It wasn't until 22 years later that she achieved real success though. Her second album, The Woman in Me, sold 4 million copies in its first year and cemented her as a country superstar. She now lives in Switzerland on the shores of Lake Geneva. The property features stunning views of the lake and surrounding mountains. It's actually next door to a studio where Queen recorded a large number of their songs, and Freddie Mercury had a house just down the road called the Duck House. Number 7. Victoria Beckham, $450 million. Next up on our list is a singer who's probably more famous for her life after music. Victoria Beckham has a net worth of $450 million and made her fame playing the part of Posh Spice in the UK girls group Spice Girls. By the time the Spice Girls broke up in the year 2001, they were already the best-selling girl group in history. Their reunion tour in 2007 was a huge earner for Victoria. The 17-night sellout at London's The O2 Arena took in $33.8 million and drew 256,647 fans. Being married to David Beckham obviously helps her net worth, but Victoria definitely isn't a gold digger. Her favourite hobby is collecting handbags apparently. She owns over 100 Hermes Birkin bags, which are widely considered the most valuable and sought after, including a shocking pink one that cost $131,000. Her handbag collection is worth a total of almost $2 million. Number 6. Beyonce with $500 million. Number 6 on our list is Beyonce Knowles with a net worth of $500 million. Despite being married to one of the most successful rappers of all time, Jay-Z, Beyonce is definitely a self-made star. She rose to fame as the lead singer of Destiny's Child before stepping out into her solo career. On her way to the 500 million mark, she was also featured in numerous films as well as endorsement deals with Pepsi and Uber among other companies. When Jay-Z turned 41, Beyonce gifted him a $2 million Bugatti Veyron Grand. For Father's Day in 2012, Beyonce bought him a brand new $40 million Bombardier Challenger 850 private jet. That is one lucky daddy. Number 5, Gloria Estefan, $500 million. Heading into the top 5, we have Gloria Estefan with a net worth of $500 million. The Cuban-American singer-songwriter has sold over 130 million records worldwide. Of course, you don't get this rich without some side hustles. Alongside her singing, Gloria has acted, written children's books, and helped write a Broadway musical about her life. Gloria recently sold one of her 2 homes on the gated island community of Star Island in Miami. The 6-bedroom house sold for $35 million. The house features 240 feet of private waterfront that overlooks the downtown Miami skyline. Number 4, Dolly Parton, $650 million. It's time for a little bit of country on the list. Dolly Parton has managed to amass a net worth of $650 million over her 50-plus year career. She has released 41 top 10 country albums and has had 25 number 1 singles. It isn't just her own performances that have grown her wealth over the years. The covers of her song have earned her just as much. Her original record, I Will Always Love You, hit number 1 in the country charts. But when Whitney Houston covered it for the film The Bodyguard in 1991, it would sit at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 14 weeks and became one of the top 10 best-selling singles of all time. Dolly earned $10 million in royalties in the early 1990s thanks to Whitney's version, and she still earns roughly 8 cents per radio play and $2 per album sold. Nowadays, Dolly is better known as a philanthropist and invests a lot of her wealth in her home state of Tennessee. Her theme park, Dollywood, is the 24th most visited theme park in the US, welcoming 3 million visitors a year and highlights the best of Tennessee food and crafts. Number 3, Celine Dion, $800 million. Starting off the top 3 is Celine Dion with a net worth of $800 million. The 54-year-old has sold over 220 million albums and continues to be a sellout worldwide superstar. By the age of 18, she had recorded 9 albums in French and had won multiple awards for her work. It wasn't until 10 years later that she would get her big English language breakthrough, thanks to her duet in Beauty and the Beast. Between 2000 and 2010, Celine Dion was the highest grossing entertainer in the world. When you add up ticket sales, record sales, merchandise, and every other source of income, Celine's empire grossed over $720 million. Of that amount, $350 million came from her Las Vegas show alone. Currently, she performs the show 70 times a year and makes $500,000 for each performance. Number 2, Madonna, $850 million. Taking the runner-up spot is Madonna with a net worth of $850 million. She holds the record as the best-selling female recording artist of all time. She sold over 300 million records worldwide, including 13 number 1 singles. She founded the entertainment company Maverick in 1992 with the help of Time Warner, who paid her $60 million just to set up the company. One of her first projects for the company, a coffee table book called Sex, sold 1.5 million copies in just a few days after its release. With each copy costing $50, the book was a huge hit for her. She also has her own fashion company, of course. MG Icon LLC sells Madonna's fashion brands and cosmetics worldwide. Madonna isn't just a businesswoman and music mogul though, she also loves her art. Madonna owns a collection of various artworks that's worth a minimum of $100 million and could be worth several times that amount in the right art market. She owns one of only 5 paintings created by Frida Kahlo, in addition to work from artists such as Picasso, Diego Rivera, Damien Hirst, and Marilyn Minter. Before we move to number 1, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell. That way, you'll be the first to see our next luxury video. Number 1 is Rihanna with $1.7 billion. Topping our list of the world's most famous female singers is Rihanna with a net worth of $1.7 billion. Can you guess how she managed to get so rich? That's right, not just by her singing. Of course, she is an incredibly successful musician. Throughout her career, Rihanna has received numerous awards, including 9 Grammy Awards, 12 Billboard Music Awards, 13 American Music Awards, and 8 People's Choice Awards. It's her fashion and beauty empire that allow her to earn $70 million a year though. Rihanna's biggest earner is her Fenty beauty line, which is a partnership with luxury goods company LVMH. The brand generates over $100 million in revenue. Rihanna reportedly owns 50% of the partnership, and the brand is worth $2 to $3 billion. She also owns 30% of the lingerie brand called Savage X Fenty, which is currently worth around $1 billion. Rihanna is rich in the same way that tech billionaires are rich. She might not have the money in the bank, but if she ever decided to sell her business, she would retire as a billionaire. She may have grown up in a bungalow in Barbados, but the self-made billionaire lives life a little more luxuriously now. In early 2021, she bought 2 neighboring mansions in Beverly Hills for $13.8 million and $10 million. It is thought that she'll be raising her child in the smaller of the 2 homes and using the larger as a space for her friends and family to come visit if they want. Until then, you can rent out the 5,909 square foot home for $80,000 a month. Seems like she's adding landlady to her resume. Which singer on this list surprised you the most? Click the video on the screen to see another luxury video.